Okay guys, hello and welcome to a new video. I wanted to cut the anniversary vacation video together, but I'm not quite done with it yet because my stupid ass didn't film as good as I thought I was filming at the moment because I wanted to focus more on where I was and what I was doing. So yeah, I need to put more cream on. What I wanted to talk about, I feel like since COVID happened, everything just changed so rapidly. Like I remembered during COVID, I was hanging out with a lot of friends, and before COVID, but COVID didn't block me to not see my friends, no matter how far they were away. That was priority, and I had my rights to, and then never let the government take those rights away from me. Even during COVID, that was the biggest right, to see your friends, and COVID fucked that up, but fuck that. That's not what I wanted to talk about. What I wanted to say is, during that time, a lot of people didn't take it that well and let themselves be controlled in that way. And I'm not saying I'm an anti-vax or this, that. I'm not saying anything towards that. That's just stupid. I'm just saying that people isolated themselves so hard or became so codependent because they worked at home, and now they met their partner or were with their partner, and that was their norm. That was their new norm. Now they're together, home office, you don't have to go out, or you met your partner in that time. I had COVID 4 times since I've been with my partner, but that's not it. And even during COVID, I worked normally, partner worked normally, but I've noticed that with other people and my friends, and a lot of my friends became so isolated. Like one of my best friends, may he rest in peace, he was mostly only inside. Like we hung out a little bit, and I tried to drag him to go to Munich to do this and that, but mostly didn't want to go anywhere, and that's where everything went downhill from me to him and a lot of other friends. Like all my friend groups went very weird. At the beginning, the first year of COVID, mostly everybody ignored it. I ignored it until the end because I wanted to see everybody, but those people fully became recluse. Another example, one of my homies, I don't want to say his name to respect, but he's alive, and I had to fly 2 to 3 hours to see him in England, and it hurts me so much to see his condition and how he is nowadays. And I talked to him and was like, yo, I'm worried about you, but his situation is that he gets money from the state, he doesn't work, and because since COVID he isolated himself fully with video games, only partners online and friends online, didn't go to pubs, didn't go outside. I travel to see friends or whatever, even though I have the biggest and most hard version of social anxiety in my opinion. But he became a full recluse. He started to play out of breath. He started to play a VR chat and fully immersed himself in this world. And his excuse was I had to bully people in there. But the time he spent in that game, there was no excuse for that. And bullying people in a game just to feel better, I don't know. But his case is just the craziest in my opinion, because he gets so much money from the state that he can afford an apartment, but I don't know what happened. Like, he cannot even see his family anymore. That's how bad his social anxiety became. He can't see his friends and family. With friends, I get it because friends come and go, and with all our situations, like over the years, it's very weird. But I've never heard anybody say, I can't speak anymore. You know, it's ice cold. I'm walking and talking. I lose my breath. That's why. But I've never heard anybody saying that they can't see their family, because I was very close with him and his grandpa, and even spent like a month at his place. And back then we went outside. I did more than him because I wanted to go to Liverpool, and I just went. I took a bus to Chester and back to Manchester, that. But he just wanted to stay, and I respected that. And at first I was like, yeah, it's a little bit weird, but we still went outside and hung out with his friend, hung out with my friends in England. I have more than one. And sorry, my teeth are fucked. But he's real at the point where he can't see his family anymore. And that's what I want to just say, like, go outside. Even if you don't feel like it, go outside. Just talk to the cashier a little bit, like say hello, this, that. Have like small chit chat, even though if it feels like meaningless. In those moments where you don't have anybody to talk, trust me. A lot of people are down on Tinder and all of those apps, but I would for real recommend it to just find people and like make new experiences. You don't have to like hook up with anybody. You don't have to find a partner, but you can make experiences, like find friends, even though it's not that easy, but you make experiences and you are socially involved with other groups and may find friends through that. And yeah, like imagine you get to that point where you're so scared to leave your house that you can't even see your parents anymore. You can't see your father, your mom, your grandpa that was always here for you. And I don't want to blame him, I'm just worried because every day I think about, I got to the point that I was able to grow up, you know. I'm still here. A lot of my friends cannot say that. And even though I've lived my life very reckless and crazy, I'm still here. And I appreciate that every day that I have my memories. But when I think back, all of those friends, they all branched up to in such crazy ways. Like, imagine a tree, but a fucking lightning bolt went through it and cracked it, plus the fucking whole structure that holds the tree together. It's not the spine, it's the, you know, I forgot the word. The roots. It cracked it through the roots, and damn, it's a crazy mausoleum. Like, it cracked the whole roots and everything. I don't know. That's how I feel with all my friends. That they're just gone. And none of the people that were friends with each other are friends with each other anymore either. Like, everybody just split it off, which is okay, we grow up. And a lot of people didn't get to grow up. That's what split off a lot of groups. But I just want to tell everyone, even though you feel alone, you're not alone. You always have people that care for you. Because the way he said it was like, my family doesn't care. But of course, if you don't come towards them, they will also think like, ah, why should we care? He's above 20, and you know, you have to put yourself in the shoes of others too, and not just think like, ah, why do people not understand me? That's how you get even more isolated. And I learned that I always hit up my family. Like, I always meet up with my family. I always meet up with people, even if I think like I don't want to. Then I'm there and I have a lot of fun. And I just want to put that to the heart. And if you feel lonely, go on Tinder, meet up with someone. Maybe even you meet the girl of your dreams that thinks the same thing right now. That is alone, just comes home from work, is it the same friend groups are gone, and just searches somebody to hang out with, and you do the same thing, and bam. You know, it just needs like that first step. I'm not saying I'm a dating guru. I never want to be one or anything. I'm just saying go out there, talk to people. It just needs that first step, you know, that small iceberg, and you're in there, and that sounds weird, and you start having friends. It's so easy. Like, you bond over music, like go to concerts alone. Like, I've done that, I do that. It's not weird. Obviously I go with my partner, but I've went to events alone so many times, like more than 10 times. And I've met new friends. Like, I've met one of my best friends because I went alone to a New Year's celebration. And everybody was there with their partners or whatever, and I met him, and we talked about Call of Duty the first 5 seconds, and we were friends until now. Obviously moved away now, but okay, obvious, it's not obvious, but I've been friends with that person for so long just because of that one moment where I thought, why should I go outside? I don't know what to do. I don't know who to meet up with. He was in the same situation, so just never give up. I've been up and down, and never gave up. I always put myself out. I always pushed myself in the water. That's what I want to tell you guys. Because, look, you're here. You're alive. You're still here. And the time you're here, appreciate the time that you have here. I love the graveyard. I always go, and I just came here to visit my friend. But yeah, that's one thing I appreciate the most, that I'm able to wake up in the morning, that I'm here, that I'm living. And I'm not shaming for anyone that doesn't not live anymore. That would be crazy. They lived. And most of those people all got above 50, 60, 70. But when I look at my friends, can't say the same. But I know I want to get there. And took a lot of thinking, you know. Life is very valuable, and it can be snatched away very quick. You can fall and break your legs and not be able to move, and then you will wish to be able to just go out and have a mundane day and just look at the sky and be like, wow, those trees look weird. You know, that's what... I cannot play any video game and feel as immersed as I am when I just go outside and just look at the sky and feel like, yeah, I'm here. I'm weird. People look at me strange and think like, what the fuck? But I have my options. I can do whatever I want. I can get my tattoos. I can choose what to work. I can choose what to eat. I can choose where to go. I can choose where to travel. I can choose where to get stuck. I can choose where to move. Choose life, no matter how. And that comes from me. I'm not saying that I'm not struggling. I have to work on a lot of things, but I'm still grateful at where I am in life, because 5 years ago I would have never thought, through all of my addiction and the years of use and abuse, I've never felt as good mentally and physically, to be honest. So, but yeah, it's never too late for nothing. You're never too old for anything. There's always enough time if you give it time. That's all I wanted to say. hope you all understood my video, and really can't wait for what the future brings for me and for everyone else. Love you guys, genuinely. Even if it's just 5 people watching, thank you.